Alright, I gotta show you guys something today. So we're going across the street to the project lawn. Got a few updates to show you and a few things I want to start today, so let's take a look. Wow, so I don't know about you, but I am pretty impressed with those results so far. I mean, we haven't applied any weed killer to this thing yet. We haven't done anything other than starter fertilizer and a little bit of soil hume application there. So I'm super impressed. What's really helping the most is honestly the mowing and the fertilizing there together. So I'm getting it up to a height now. Everything's starting to blend together a little bit better, and I'm really impressed with the way it's looking so far. So remember, we were right in here last time and I was saying we wanted to use one of these bluegrass patches as kind of our match to what we want to get the grass height to be. So you can see everything is starting to fill in around it, is starting to get thicker, and this is starting to not look like so much of a actual patch, but it's actually starting to fill in around it. So that's exactly what I wanted to do. Right, so these boulevard kind of sections here near the street are actually some of the worst sections for the weeds. There's just a bunch of stuff in here. So today I need to start tackling that. Our temperatures have finally come up enough at night to where I think it's going to be effective, and that's kind of what I was waiting on. So with this product that I'm going to be spraying, I wanted those temps to be about above 50 degrees at night, and it looks like we're actually springing into some warm temperatures here right away. So it's time to get this weed killer down. So I just picked up one of these general weed killers, ones you can get at any of the big box stores. It just has the hose end on it, and there's a reason for that. So most of you are probably going to say, well, we can use something way stronger than this, and that's true, we could. But this whole series is really made for the beginners and those people who have just started on their lawn. They've never applied anything. And for those people, usually they tell me, hey, I'm a little bit worried about what I'm doing. I don't feel like I know what I'm doing. So we're going to go the safest route to start off with these weed killers, and there's nothing wrong with these. Most of the time for weeds like dandelions, things that are in this yard, it's going to work fine on those. But for some of the tougher weeds, we might have to find a different product, but I'm not going to worry about that at the beginning because we want to just get a start on this, and we want to use a product that someone can feel comfortable with, that is going to be safe enough that they're not going to do any damage unless they just sit there in one spot on the yard. But this thing's going to cover 5,000 square feet. Remember, we have 4,000 square feet here, and so this is a good option as well. You just hook it up to your hose, and I'll show you how to use it. Anytime you're using herbicides, it's a good idea to wear your proper clothing. So I have long sleeve shirts on today, long pants, shoes. I'll be wearing some gloves as well here, so it's always a good idea to do that. Don't be out here spraying in shorts and flip-flops or anything like that. Right, we got a very simple design here. There's just a little tab that you just push in. You're just going to turn this thing on. Once you do, it's mixing with the water and it's coming out with the actual product coming out as well. Couple things to note with that application. I'm going to wait about 2 weeks now and see what weeds are killed and what might be left after that, and then we will just go ahead and mix up a little concentrate, and we'll just spot spray the weeds, kind of walk through the lawn and just find what's left, spot spray those. I don't believe we're going to need another blanket application. I don't think that's going to be necessary, but if for some reason you feel like there's weeds everywhere still, it says on this bottle here that you can do another application of a full blanket app of this 2 weeks later, but I don't believe we're going to need it. I would rather go with the spot spraying method after we do one blanket here. So a couple things here to note on the bottle yet as well. Do not spray above 90 degrees. Weed killers can be a little more risky to use in the higher temperatures, and it can damage some of the good grass, so make sure it's cooler. I like the morning time like I just did, or later in the evening as well, but will work for you. But other thing to note is probably some of you might ask, when can you spray this if you have a new lawn or if you have a newly seeded lawn? And this says on here you can spray the new grass after you've mowed it 4 times. And then it says do not mow 1 to 2 days after spraying. You want to let that sit on the weeds before you come in and cut it again, just so that it can soak into those weeds and actually kill them. And then clippings from the first 3 mowings should be left on the treated area. Do not use these in gardens, flowers, ornamentals, all that. I'm pretty excited to see what kind of results we're going to get there just from this blanket app and the way that the grass is really progressing and getting thicker and thicker. We've got one more fertilizer app I'm going to target here for about 4 weeks after we put down that first one, so probably a couple weeks right around Memorial Day time frame. Be using some organic stuff that can be slow release over the summertime, and that's coming up as well. So thanks so much for watching this video. We'll see you next time.